Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. I hope everyone's having a good week. It's been a hot minute since I jumped on here to make any crafts. I've been really busy doing some special order crafts. So I just had to stop to do a live video. I'm behind, but that's a good thing, right? So today I want to make a simple snowman hat. And what I've done is I went and got a plastic plate from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to push it down now so you can see. Okay. I went and got just a plastic plate from the Dollar Tree, and I went outside and I spray painted it black from top to finish. I got a coffee can and I spray painted it on the sides and on the top right here on the rim. And I put some styrofoam in it. And I've got some ribbon. I have an ice pick. I'll tell you that in a little bit. Scissors, wire cutters. I think I had here it is, a wire pipe cleaner for the bow. And some tulle and some mesh just for extras. And then I grabbed just some picks I got from the Dollar Tree for $1. Okay. I had this other plate. It was small. I liked it a lot. It was kind of cute, but I just didn't feel like that it looked the same. It would be all right. It's just a matter of preference. I like this one because it has a bigger rim on it. So I'm going to set that one to the side. I think probably the first thing we're going to do is just set this. We're going to glue this later on. I went and got a belt from the thrift store. It cost me 50 cents, and I was going to wrap the can like a little belt, like so, but it just wouldn't form to the can like I wanted it to. So I ended up just taking it and cutting the buckle off of it because I thought it would be cute to have the buckle on the snowman hat. So I'm just going to take this and set it to the side. You never know when you might need it again. So I think the first thing we're going to do is, the way I have this planned out is that the top of the snowman hat is going to have a flower arrangement. So you could do it the other way. If you didn't want to do the flower arrangement, you could turn it over and do it like this and go ahead and paint this, but put a big top or a bow like you would put on the Christmas tree, and that would be just as pretty. But I'm going to try to do a flower arrangement. So I think that's what I want to do today. Okay, so these picks were $1 from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to cut the tag off. Okay. Thank everybody who's been watching and who's sharing my videos. My group is definitely growing, and that helps me out a whole lot. So it's just stuck on there. Some of these things you could do beforehand, but I didn't really think it was going to give me that much trouble. Okay, I'm going to put the flower back on. Okay, so like I said, now all we did was take a coffee can. The can that would be most preferable would be the cans you get from the cafeteria. They're a number 10 can, and they're taller, and they have little ridges on them. But I didn't have that, so I'm just making do with my coffee can. Okay, so I've got the styrofoam put in there, and this styrofoam came from the Dollar Tree. It was a cone I was going to use for a gnome, and I didn't use it, so I just cut it up. And so now I'm not going to just well, we could start like this in the middle, but I think that's a little tall, maybe. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these stems off and just start a flower arrangement. I know a lot of people are scared to work with flowers and to make arrangements, but I think it's relaxing for me just to make things and to see how they turn out, because in my videos, I do not do this beforehand, so you're seeing it just as it is. You make this any color. You could make it silver. You could even make it blue if you have the right colors and right ribbon. Okay, so now we've got the top part of it, basically. 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and then 2 in the middle. And this one has a little bit more height on it. And then we're just going to build with it. I got these little red berries, and I love these little winter berries. But they do shed a lot, so you got to be really careful with them. Treat them very gingerly. I know the people at the store don't. They just cram them in the sack. So, there you go. Okay, and just throw that away. And sometimes if you can't get these down in there, you may have to get the flower sticks that you tape on there. But I'm just going to go around this right here and just make a circle around the poinsettias. I know it's today's voting day. I've been out and about and doing all of my errands and stuff today. I have not turned on the TV because I don't want to know right now, because it's such a mess and all these votes are probably not going to be in on time, and it's just going to be strung out. So happy voting day anyway. Happy election day. And political bandwagon, because I'm not. I don't have my opinions, but that's about that. That's about the extent of it, okay? Just keep going around. Keep going around. Just fill it in wherever it needs to be filled in. Okay. I've been wanting to make this for a while, and I just hadn't got around to it. I've got some of these, this silver pick. I don't know what you call it, but I think it's very pretty. I'll cut that off. This time of year, as the evergreens are kind of in full swing, closer to Christmas, I want to show you guys how to make a living wreath. I just love that. I took some classes on that one time, and that's been my favorite thing to do, is to make a living wreath. And I'll try to get you beforehand what all you need to pick up and get. I'll put some of these on the inside. It helps always if you have the right type of styrofoam that's all level in the bottom. That will help you out a little bit too. Mine's just a hit and a miss, but I didn't figure it would really matter. So I'm going to put some of this right in the middle. You can kind of see where it's going. You don't want to get too much because you don't want it top heavy. So I think I'm going to stop there. Push all this stuff out to the side and get it in the trash. Okay, now that we've got the top built, I'm still not going to glue it because that's probably going to be the last thing I do is glue it. So I want to go ahead and get the hat band done. I have this snowman ribbon, which is too wide. If you had a taller can, that would be perfect for the hat band, but I don't have the taller can. And I do have this black and red check, which I think I'm going to use that for the hat band. So let's just measure it around. Make sure you have your hot glue gun going. Cut it off. Okay. So just take a dab of your hot glue. Put it on the can. And get you a craft stick so you don't burn your hand. And you can pull the ribbon right there and hold it. Till it cools off just a bit. I don't think there's a front or back yet to this. Maybe this will be the front because of the poinsettia smaller. But I may have to move that because I made my seam right here. So I'm just hot gluing this ribbon on. I'm using it for the hat band. Okay. Pull the strings off. Okay, so I really want that to sit like this. So I'm going to move this poinsettia, as some people would call it. Now, you do have, you can buy the moss that you put around the flowers and fill in all of this with the moss on the outside. But what I thought I would do, if that's drying, the hat band's drying, I just don't want to stick today. Yep, show Mama, it's hot. Okay. Let that dry. I'm going to glue it really good. It doesn't matter if you glue it on the inside or outside because we're going to cover it up. So you can see how it's all the way around now. What I was going to say about the moss, you can buy a bag of moss at the Dollar Tree for $1. And you can use that to fill it in. But I found this red tulle and it's so pretty. So I'm just going to use this right here to fill in around the edges. And just keep it going until you get it to where you can't see your styrofoam anymore, basically. And then just cut it off and tuck it in. Okay, now you can kind of see now, instead of using the moss, I just used the tulle. And then you still just play with your flowers any way you want your flowers, tall or short. Okay, now I cut that buckle off from that belt that I was going to use, and I'm going to see if I like it. So it would just be a little, instead of making a belt, it'd just be a cute little buckle to put on there. See, like this right here. I just cut it off of a belt. So I'm going to put it on here with hot glue. So I'm just going to make a square like where it would be. With some more hot glue. If there's anything I use a lot of, it is hot glue. Okay. I'm going to put the buckle on. Can you see the buckle now? Okay. And we're not going to, it has some raw edges here where I cut it off. So we're just going to take these little picks that I picked up from the Dollar Tree also. And I don't like to just stick it on there with that, so I usually take mine apart. It has some little berries on there, so I get my little wire cutters. You know, just get busy cutting it apart. Like I said, I haven't practiced this, so And it's already just coming apart, so I'm going to take it apart anyway. And it doesn't matter. Ouch, I like to cut my finger. Okay. Maybe I'll use the greenery. And I like the berries for sure, so I'm going to pull this off. Okay. I'm going to put this back in this little greenery. And I'm going to glue it on the side of the belt that is not finished. Can you see it? Hold it on there until it dries a little bit. You can also use E6000 glue, which is a longer lasting glue, but for the short term, using hot glue works best. I use a lot of E6000 glue. You can get it now. The Dollar General has started carrying it, so that's good. Okay, let's see how that. Guess I'm just going to have to hold it because it keeps coming off. One thing about it, you can just turn it on its side and you won't mess up the top because it's the styrofoam's in it. Try to put all this in there together. More glue. I did a wreath late yesterday evening with, I think I posted it on my Stamp Expressions page with a little wreath, in the elf hat and elf legs hanging out of the wreath. It turned out pretty cute, I have to say, and I've already sold it, so if any of you are interested in it, just let me know. I could make another one. Okay. So you can kind of see the embellishments on the side of the can and the embellishments on the top. Feels like it's just going to fall off. Just keep holding it and that glue. This is not Gorilla Glue, I don't think. I usually get Gorilla Glue sticks and they work a lot better. Okay, while that is drying, I wanted to make, I'll put that right there so it don't fall over. I wanted to make a bow, so I'm not for sure. This may be too big, but I'm going to try to use it anyway because it has the little snowman face on there. I don't know if that's upside down for y'all, but I'm going to try to make a little bow real quick that we can put on there. I'm not going to make any streamers on it because it really, if it's setting down straight, you really don't want streamers on it. I go through scissors like crazy, y'all. Okay. Just pinch it up right there in the middle. Pinch this up. I've got some little ribbon that says Merry Christmas on it. I'm going to put it on there. I'm also going to go ahead and put some more of this red, black plaid check. Squish it up, and you don't have to worry about this because it's the same pattern on each side. Just use your fingers and just scrunch it up. And then this says Merry Christmas. And I'm going to make it a little small bow right there on top. And you do have to twist this one because it's only on one side. I might leave a little tail on this one just because it says Merry Christmas. Okay. I have a bow maker, an easy bow maker, and I use that a lot for my bigger bows. And sometimes for smaller bows, I just use my fingers. Okay. Now we're just going to twist it with our fingers, scrunch it up, make sure everything's on the right side. Get your little pipe cleaner or floral ribbon or whatever you're going to use. Twist the bow, not the wire, okay? Always remember, twist the bow, okay? So now we've got the little streamers that say Merry Christmas on front. Just straighten it out. I'm not gonna like make it a really fluffy bow because the can is so small. This actually may be even big. So I'm gonna cut that off. It may be bulky, but if it is, it's okay. Okay. Cut the little tails off because I don't want any tails. Okay. All right. So now we have the bow. And we want to put it like right there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these off. Cut the pipe cleaner off because we're not going to wrap it around anything. Usually we take the pipe cleaners and wrap it around something like the wreath or whatever. Actually, the snowman are upside down, so I'm going to twist these tails back down here and make it say Merry Christmas this way. And I'm going to go ahead and just dovetail this one and this one because this is the only tails that we have. Okay, see if they match. This is a little longer. I'm going to trim it a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to attempt to hot glue this one on too. And I think I'm going to put my finger protectors on just in case. So I have a blister on one of my fingers from the hot glue from yesterday. I'm telling you, I don't blistered. So these little finger protectors are really good to use when you're using just a small space. Okay. So I'm just going to put the hot glue right here on the ribbon. I'm just going to stick it right there, and I got some on my finger. I'm just going to hold it there till it dries. I'm going to have to fluff it back out. Okay. Just pull your little streamers down. You could put a little ornament or something right here in the middle of the bow. Can you see that? I'm going to take my finger protectors off now because I can't work with them on. And it says Merry Christmas. And it's still not glued on there very good. Just keep pushing it until it gets a good stick. Okay, and while that's drying, I'm just going to wipe off my plate that I had. And I'm going to take my E6000 glue. And I had it out. It's probably under the ribbon right here. I use it till the last little drop I can get out of it. I don't know if you've ever saw it, but that's what it's, E6000. This was E6000 Plus. And I'm just going to open it. And I'm going to put glue all the way around the rim of this coffee can. Okay, just kind of get it in spots. Got that. And then I'm going to take hot glue also, because the hot glue will bond right now where the E6000 bonds overnight. Okay, put it right in the middle of your plate. And so, see, the bow makes more sense now than it did a while ago whenever it was just sitting by itself. So, there we go. And see, you can't really see the buckle, but it's on the back side right here. So, it is really cute. Just come off. I'm going to glue it in the middle of the bow. Your projects are always a work in process, I guess, because, you know, you add to, you take away. You don't want to add too much because simple is better. And, you know, not a lot of, you don't want it to be real gaudy. Just simple. And, you know, the coffee can came with a coffee and the plate was $1. And let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe $5. And it made this cute little snowman hat. And like I said, you can add more flowers if you want it to cascade over. You can do that. Or if you didn't, if you just wanted to put the bow on top, you could do that. But this is what it looks like. Now everybody just save your coffee can and go get you a cheap plastic plate. And that's about it. You can see the top, see the bow and the hat band. You could put stuff all the way around here like berries, or you could decorate it like if you wanted just to, it's got a big enough rim that you could set the little red truck right here with it and decorate it up to make it even more fancier. And this little truck has a little light in it. That's another thing that you could do. You could put the battery operated lights inside this, and that would be really, really pretty. So just use your imagination. And here it is. Thank you guys for watching. If you don't mind, share the love and sprinkle or share my video, which is what that means, and give me some good hearts and stars and thumbs ups. Thank you all.